2% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't lived the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get punked, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in a Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters gon' move. Whatever click you choose, you better. So a little earlier today, I was scrolling across YouTube, just looking for some content, and I happened to run across this short by JEFE. The name of the short, I think he titled it Fake Crips and Bloods and Thugs, right? And so for those of you guys who may not be familiar with JEFE, first and foremost, he is a gang member from A-Tray Gangsta Crip. He also is a collaborator or a participant on the No Jumper podcast. And to my understanding, he also has spent several years in the federal prison system, right? And also he tells on his page about stories about being in, the youth authority and things of that nature. In this short that he did, he's going on a soliloquy, or what some may say is a rant, about basically dudes who PC up in prison and then they come out and they acting tough and they act hard and so on and so forth, right? And you have some people in the comments trying to pinpoint who he's talking about, right? And he may or he may not be talking about anybody specifically, right? This is something that I honestly and actually see often with a lot of individuals, right? So once again, he may not be talking to anybody, but basically what he's talking about is just when you have individuals who don't stick to the rules of the streets, who don't stick to the rules of the gang, and then they PC up in prison, and then they get out and they're acting tough. So let me show you exactly what he said.
I don't understand you dudes that's out here on the street acting extra tough, thinking you extra thorough, and don't be having a care in the world. But when you get in that jail, it's the total opposite. You scary, you don't handle business, you go PC, you know what I'm saying, and all this type of stuff, and then get back out here to the street and try to transition back into this thug person. That's why this stuff is so messed up and poisonous right now, because you type of dudes, man. If you did anything that go against what you signed up for, bro, bow out, bro, or take a bow, bro, or stay up in your place, bro. Ain't nobody buying that tough stuff. You dudes tell, you dudes go PC, you dudes do stuff that's against the game and get mad when dudes hold y'all accountable for that type of stuff, and then try to act like you ready to go on a war, you know what I'm saying, binge with everybody. Oh, it's up with everybody. It wasn't up when you was in them jails. Don't get back out here to the streets with that tough stuff, bro. Stay PC, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay PC like you was in jail, man. Ain't nobody buying that tough stuff, man. You dudes get in jail and want to follow the rules and then get back out here to the streets, man, acting like you Al-Qaeda, man. Get out of here.
Don't get it misconstrued, right? Going PC, I'll be the first to say it doesn't make a person less of a man in terms of willing to defend himself, willing to initiate, attack somebody, be aggressive, willing to go out, and it doesn't take away the fact that he's dangerous, right? So don't get that misconstrued. Just because a dude has went PC does not mean this dude will not take your life, does not mean this dude will not push up on you, initiate violence, and do bad things to you. Don't ever get that part twisted, right? What it does mean is, though, you are no longer respected in the eyes of gang members who uphold the certain oaths you took to uphold when you decided to hop off the porch and join this subculture, right? I think it's very well clear that one of the things you have to do, and it's well known that one of the things you must do, you must maintain a certain reputation. You must maintain a certain behavior in order to be viewed good by these gang members, right? And when an individual violates those codes and you go PC for whatever reason, because going PC basically in the eyes of gang members who are still upstanding, you were weak. You could not deal with the consequences, right? Gang members definitely hold each other to a higher standard, and sometimes the odds are not always going to be in your favor, regardless of the situation. It's perceived by gang members that whatever situation you get caught up in, it is more honorable to die than chump out and not be able to deal with those circumstances and go PC. Even if you have to come to the yard and you have to die, that is seen as more honorable than going PC. Now, we know that's not going to happen 98, 99% of the time, right? Most people are going to choose life. And I'm not talking about life in prison. I'm talking about living their life as opposed to coming in the yard and dying and standing on principles, right? So even though, we know that that's not going to be the thing that's going to happen the majority of the time, that is still what's expected of an individual when you claim to uphold certain standards, right? Because what it is basically you are not the individual you say you are, and that's the basic root of the situation right there. Even if from 1985 until 2005 you have done everything you needed to do as a gang member, and let's say you excelled, let's say you was out there robbing, shooting, stealing, jacking, you have caught 3 or 4 prison sentences, never told, held your mud, stand on 10 toes on each one of those sentences, went and done your time like a gang member is supposed to. Then suddenly, 2016, you get caught up in a case or whatever the situation is, and you do not feel like going back to prison. And you go to prison, you go to the PC yard, you tell on somebody, you take 2 years. It no longer matters what you've done. Your resume from what you've done no longer matters now. All those things that you've done, it doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? I heard this saying often. It takes a lifetime to build a reputation. It only takes one time to mess it up. And so I think that's self-explanatory. You must always stick to the standards that gang members have set for themselves and you have set for yourself when joining this, this subculture. And then, of course, you have been accepted into the fold by other individuals because they believe that you will uphold these rules and ethics, morals, and values of gang members, even though by now we know that's a big fallacy because we know, gang members snitch all the time. They go to PC all the time, yet and still it is still expected of any individual to stick to the standard, right? And so what Ant is saying basically is, man, when these dudes come from PC, you've been PC, so the act is up. There's no need to continue to act hard anymore. There's no need to continue that you are such a big gangster, so on and so forth, because the act is up. We know who you are and you will crack in a certain situation. So it doesn't mean or matter if you can, 3 or 4 of your homies run up on you because you have went PC and you whoop them all. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter how tough you are now because you are not able to stick to the principles. And let's take it outside of the box, right? Because in situations like this, sometimes I like to think realistically and take things up out of the box, right? It's not so much that a dude didn't stick to his principles as a gang member. It's human nature to take people as they say they are. And when people who are not who they say they are, then that's where people get upset, right? Let me give you a quick analogy. Say you've been going to church for the last 4 or 5 years. The pastor of your church, of course, he's preaching about, living to certain Christian-like standards, rules, and morals, and behaving as such. You believing in this guy. Maybe you have sought out his advice a time or two on matters pertaining to the Lord and the Bible, so on and so forth, or whatever, right? One night you're out, you know what I'm saying? You're out at a little club, you chilling or whatever. You look up, you see the pastor who's married with a fine little 23-year-old. He's over there drinking, they kissing, they hugging, the pastor grabbing her booty. You over there look up, the pastor snorting. He got some white powder going up in his nose. You like, what's going on, man? Pastor Robinson, is that you? And due to the fact now that you've seen Pastor Robinson over there getting his freak on, you know what I'm saying, powder in his nose, hanging with these young hoes, of course you upset, you perturbed, like, man, I've been tiding my money, putting my money in that basket, the pastor riding around in this Bentley, and this is what he doing, you know what I'm saying? And so you go back and you report this information to important people at the church, the deacon, whoever it is, on what you saw, right? Of course, they put this out. Now they want to have a church meeting. Now you have 3 or 4 other little fine young girls up in the church, you know what I'm saying, all legal age, but still in all, saying, hey, I mean, I've been going out with the pastor too, so on and so forth, right? The members of that church are going to be equally upset with that pastor in the same way that members of a gang are going to be equally upset with a gang member who has not stuck to the code. You think the members of that church are going to continue to want that pastor to preach to them and tell them how they should behave in a Christian-like manner when obviously he's not doing it? Now these other women then came out and said he been freaking and sneaking with them, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, right? It's a little bigger than just not sticking to the rules as a gang member. Ultimately, it comes down to human nature, and people like to believe people when they say who they are, whoever they proclaim to be. Once it is shown that you are not that person, then you are no longer wanted in most situations like that. You are no longer wanted, accepted into the flock because they see you as a fake. So that's the whole situation. Now, this pastor, he still may be godlike, right? Because the Bible doesn't say anything about the pastors being exempt from sinning. You know what I'm saying? People go to church because they need their souls cleansed. They go to church because they're imperfect. And the pastor is imperfect too because he's a human, right? But realistically, people expect more from him because he is teaching them or telling them what to do. And so it's somewhat similar when you're in a gang. Your homies are holding you up to a higher standard than these so-called cowards, busters, and lames, and dudes who have went PC before you, right? And so why dudes go PC and then come back to the street and still have the need to not act tough, but to portray characteristics of a gang member is something that I can't put my finger on, because once again, like I said at the start of the video, going PC doesn't make an individual less dangerous or less violent, right? That definitely doesn't, just because you went to PC doesn't make you a punk, but it does make you, of course, viewed differently, and it does make individuals who have or who continue to uphold those street standards, they don't want you around. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't expect just because the dude went PC for him to bow down and let other men slap him and physically harm him. You know what I'm saying? A dude, because, I used to hear the saying all the time, man, I'm a man before I'm a Crip. I'm a man before I'm a Blood. I'm a man before I'm anything. And as a man, there's certain things I'm not going to accept, right? So don't get that part twisted, right? But just to come back and try to portray these gangster characteristics or characteristics of a gang member is something that I can't put my finger on, right? But anyway, that was just a message right there. Aunt Jefe was putting out there, man, and like I said, you had people speculating on who he was talking about, and I don't know if he was talking about anybody specific or not. I just know that what he was saying, it definitely applies to a lot of people in a lot of situations, because this is an occurrence that happens often, right? But anyway, man, you already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program. Chill, you a bad role model. I said, duh, no shit. If a nigga fuck with me, I'm letting this hoe spit. Got a Glock 23, I'ma give him the whole clip. You'll be RIP and I'll be back in jail so quick. Chill, you a bad role model. I said, duh, no shit. If a nigga fuck with me, I'm letting this hoe spit. Got a Glock 23, I'ma give him the whole clip. You'll be RIP and I'll be back in jail so quick. I don't talk much to these kids and try and lecture, especially if they outside swearing that they tough with the extras. Dumb full of pride and succumb to the pressure. They homies pump them up to become the aggressor. You talk to them nice and they wave off the gesture. Misjudge life, swimming soft as your texture. They run up in your face trying to taunt and they test you. And that's when shit get ugly like Aunt Esther. Frontin' for the crowd, I grabbed the fire, had to rest you. You was talking loud, now you quiet like a Tesla. His mama tried bless her, she didn't whoop him often. No guidance like Drake, now we in a coffin. Shots made him twirl, holding one like I'm golfing. Left his ass wetter than a SeaWorld dolphin. Too much talk, then I put him on mute. When these niggas cross the line, just shoot. Chill, you a bad role model. I said, duh, no shit. If a nigga fuck with me, I'm letting this hoe spit. Got a Glock 23, I'ma give him the whole clip. You'll be RIP and I'll be back in jail so quick. Chill, you a bad role model. I said, duh, no shit. If a nigga fuck with me, I'm letting this hoe spit. Got a Glock 23, I'ma give him the whole clip. You'll be RIP and I'll be back in jail Cali so quick. Is wild always, and they really ain't caring in the summer. Run around trying to catch fades like Aaron the plumber. Just the dumb getting dumber. And niggas, they don't fist fight. Some call them gangsters, some call them the bitch tight. Whatever you call them, they outside with big pipe. Quick to ride like white guys that love to hitchhike. You know this shit ain't right, but it's part of the culture. Sometimes it hurt my heart like an ulcer. A dude shot a girl, we left a slump when he approached her. Then he said, fuck the black bitch like Trump did on Marosa. The end of the world is definitely getting closer. Switches on they weaponry, cause nigga ain't no OSHA. The regulator keeps straight, the YNs, they heartless. You can be a square, they'll take your air regardless. Soon that you stare, the slugs tear through your cartilage. Your brains and your head fly through the air like a starship. When the AR spent some time and hit the innocent. When you doing life cause your homies ain't sending shit. Any nigga fuck with mines, I'ma try and finish it. Hop out with that 9, serving quick, I'm on some tennis shit. When I grip your pole, my heart get cold as the winter get. Now I'm facing life, you in a hole, what was the benefit? I was out this spinning quick like I was on some ice skates. The judge gave me life, I ate that sentence like some rice cakes. 12 twice for Christ's sakes, yeah that's 24 straight. Never marked out, rolled up a turnt whole cake. I melted like a snowflake. Nigga, when the heat came, started off on level 4, you busters better peep game. Dealt with some deep pain when they killed my day one. Cali niggas love beef, you better keep the A1 and be quick to spray guns, the meaning of the parable. Yeah, they call me chill, but I will do a nigga terrible and have your fam hysterical. Crying in a church pew, put him on a shirt and I can turn you into merch too. My crew put in work, they called us to shoot first crew. We was out there trying to catch a body like a hearse do. Bulge in my t-shirt, that should have been your first clue. I was really outside, you cowards had a curfew. Concerned like a nurse do on how a nigga feel. I was raised up to never be a coward, never squeal. Fuck talking high power, leave him shower with the steel. Cause if you wait to hesitate, you'll get devoured like a meal. With no salt and pepper, disrespect will get you killed. On my mama, I'm a step of Black and Decker with the drill. You a bad role model, I said duh, no shit. If a nigga fuck with me, I'm letting this hoe spit. Got a Glock 23, I'ma give him the whole clip. You'll be RIP and I'll be back in jail so quick. You a bad role model, I said duh, no shit. If a nigga fuck with me, I'm letting this hoe spit. Got a Glock 23, I'ma give him the whole clip. You'll be RIP and I'll be back in jail so quick. Chill, you a bad role model, role model, role. Chill, you a bad role model, role model, role. Chill, you a bad role model, role model. If a nigga make me mad, I squeeze a mag, I'm leaving your soul hollow. Chill, you a bad role model, role model, role. Chill, you a bad role model, role model, role. Chill, you a bad role model, role model. If a nigga make me mad, I squeeze a mag, I'm leaving your soul hollow.